Hello everyone and welcome to another GTA Online commentary episode. I think this is episode 14 now, and in this video I'm going to talk about getting noticed and getting your ideas out there, because Rockstar are forever asking us for our ideas and our thoughts on what we can do to improve GTA, like what they can do I should say, and what our ideas are for them to improve GTA. And from my experience it's actually very hard to get those ideas across. I make videos on YouTube and give you guys my ideas, but that's about as far as it goes. Personally I don't feel like Rockstar have really heard any of my ideas. I've sent them plenty of emails before, and I've certainly linked them my videos before, but how much attention they paid to those things and whether they actually even consider them as decent ideas at all is another thing entirely. So yeah, it is very difficult to get your ideas across, and from my point of view I've made some reasonably good videos I think where I've discussed some really good ideas that would help make the game better, especially for those of us who enjoy racing on it, but also just in general as well. And that's what you guys seem to think as well. In the comments of these videos and things like that, you're always saying those are great ideas and things like this, and then I think, oh yeah, they probably are good ideas. This would be something that people would enjoy. So I then send an email to Rockstar, and nothing happens. You don't hear anything back ever. Nothing ever gets implemented into the game. It's very difficult to actually get noticed and get your ideas out there to a point where they may be implemented into the game. Now this actually has happened once before, where an idea has been developed by some guys in the community and it has then been put in the game, and that is with the option of slipstream to be turned off. Now obviously when the game first came out we couldn't turn off slipstream, and that was introduced later on, but it was actually, if I remember correctly, the guys from the Apex Stalkers racing crew that all sort of got together, created a few emails, sent off a load of emails to Rockstar, and basically put their point across of why they thought slipstreaming should be turned off, or even given us the option to do it. And because they sort of got together and did it as a united front, it then got put into the game. So I'm considering getting us to do that as well. Some of the ideas that I've had, I've wrote down a quick little list here. I think my absolute favourite idea out of all of those that I've put in these videos over the course of the game being out has been multi-class racing. That is one of the things that I would absolutely love to see in this game. Having a 16-player race where 8 players are in SUVs and 8 players are in supercars. That sort of multi-class racing thing would be the absolute pinnacle for me. I'd really love them to implement that. But I've also had things to do with the creator, such as having more props and more checkpoints. I think a lot of people want that. The ability to remove lampposts I think is a big one, and the ability to just remove those little things that may get in the way on a racing circuit when you want a proper race, lampposts, barriers, things like that, that you can just remove to make a race much more like a proper racetrack. I think a lot of people really do want that as well. Obviously the last video, the racing performance measurement to replace the win-loss ratio, a lot of people seem to think that was a very good idea, and it also would help with matchmaking. Reorganizing the classes, so maybe even just for the fully modded, so once you've modded up your car it goes into a specific racing class, but that reorganize them so that they better match and we have better, closer classes, where you can choose a variety of different cars rather than just having one that's completely dominant all the time. I will talk more about that after I've done my fully modded testing, of course, but that is another idea as well. And one idea that I've had recently is to have an option, just like we can turn off slipstream and catch up, also have the option to turn off the boost start. So you can't get the boost start, and it's all about how you manage the wheel spin. And that would generally help at the start of races, because it would be a lot less chaotic as well. When you get the boost start, everyone's going at a much higher speed going into the first corner. It's the closest all the drivers are going to be at that point, at any point during the race. You really want that first corner to be as slow as possible, and not having a boost start would definitely help with that. And one of the other things is ranked lobbies. So ranked lobbies where for racing, where slipstream, catch up, turbo starts, they're all off, it's all on proper tracks, and you know it counts a bit more, so you get a bit more money at the end of it, or your RPM would increase a little bit more, going back to that idea. So yeah, those are the kind of, I would say those are the main sort of ideas that I've had throughout the course of making these videos and making, you know, bringing you guys a lot of ideas that I would like to see, and they've been sort of the most well received as well. The ones that you guys have mentioned in the comments, that those are the ones you want to see, those are the things that you need. You don't want lampposts on your racetracks. You know, you want some multi-class racing to make it a bit more interesting. You want a racing performance measurement because win-loss means nothing. You know, these are the things that you guys have actively said in the comments that you would support and you want. And you know, I get comments every now and again saying Rockstar should be listening to you and things like that. You know, it would be nice, but they never will unless we, I guess, get together and actually do something about it. So what I propose is that we all send an email to Rockstar with a few of these ideas in. I'll create an email after I've done recording this video, like sort of a template email that you can just copy and paste if you want to send it. I'll put it down in the description. And basically you send it to, I think it's gtaonline@rockstargames.com. I'll obviously put all that in the description anyway. I think that's the best one to use because that will go straight to the developers. And if we all send an email with these ideas, it lets Rockstar know that these are the kind of things that we want to see. You know, say they get 100 emails from all of you guys, or you know, 100 of you, all with the same things in. You know, no turbo boost starts, multi-class racing, the ability to remove lampposts in the creator, all listed, all exactly the same. That's telling Rockstar, you know, it's showing them this is what we want to see. This is what we want for the game. And I think that gives us a much better chance of actually getting these implemented, just like what the Apex Stalkers crew managed to do with the slipstream option. So yeah, I'm going to put the email, sort of a template email down below, and I'll put a little section as well where you can put your own ideas. But if we all send those main ideas to Rockstar straight away, with, you know, in the same format, so they all see exactly the same thing, I think we do have a good chance of at least getting one of them implemented. I don't know whatever they choose, but you know, it would be great to see something from that list implemented, because I think they are some really good ideas. You guys want to see them from what I've seen, and it's just a case of getting Rockstar to notice that we want these things in the game. Obviously it's a lot more racing orientated than anything else, but still, you know, it's all part of they want feedback, so let's just give them a load of feedback. So what you need to do, go down in the description, copy and paste the email template. You can sort of there'll be a section where you can sort of put a few ideas in yourself, make sure it's all okay. Go to your emails, send an email to gtaonline@rockstargames.com. I'll also put that down in the description, and paste that email into there, click send, and then you're done. It'll take maybe a minute, something like that. But if we all do it, you know, lots of us do it, hopefully we can actually get some of these ideas implemented, get Rockstar to notice the ideas that we have and the things that we want to see in GTA Online. So this is it. It's a call to arms, I guess you could say. It'll take a minute of your time. Click down in the description, copy and paste the email, send it off to them, and do it once you've this video is finished. You do it as soon as the video is finished, so you don't forget. In fact, I'm going to end it very much differently to how I normally end videos. Just go and send that email now.